Tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I'm going to pull, this is the 24 and a half inch mask, and that's my brother's 26-inch mask. I made a thinner copy for him, and I've got the fan on his right now. This one's already dry. I mean, I could pull it now, but let's not rush it. Let's just make sure it's nice and dry. See, it's already dry. Now this is flesh tone latex that I used this time. And as this dries, this will get darker, but not much darker. It gets, it's got a little bit of a brownish look to it, brownish flesh tone. A little lighter than my hands. So, what's up, Go Dogs? What's happening? So tonight at 6 p.m. I'm going to be pulling this mask. This is the Ultra 24 and a half inch right here. I'll be on at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And I'm going to pull this mask. I might even pull my brother's too, depending on how dry this gets. I just put this over here now on the fan. I got my fan right here blowing on them. Now this one here is already dry. I could pull this probably now, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till tonight, pull it, and this is a thinner casted mask. So it's not too thick, it's not too thin. It's a perfect thickness. And see, if you make them too thick, they shrink too much, and then they end up not fitting you too well. So it's better if the mask is a little bit thinner. It's thick enough to hold up for a long time, but not too thick to where it shrinks to the point where it doesn't fit your head. So this is my brother's. This is still wet. And that's the 26-inch mask. When that gets pulled out, it shrinks up to 26 inches. Now, that's a big mask for most people, but he's 6'6". He's a big boy, and he needs that depth in his face, the depth in the back of the head. So I wanted to let everybody know. Ukula, Pula, Pulu, Pulu, right? Am I saying that right? Ukula, Pulu. If I'm mispronouncing that, forgive me. But I just got done reiterating, this is the 24 and a half inch Ultra Flashback. We are waiting for this. Well, this is kind of what dry right now. See, this is ready to pull away. But we're going to wait till 6 p.m. tonight, Eastern Daylight Time, to pull this mask and possibly this one. Yeah, and let me show you what it looks like. This is the 26-inch foam-filled master. All right here. That's what the mask looks like. And hopefully it comes out as beautiful as this one here. Let me back up and zoom in because you get distorted images if I'm too close. All right, that is a perfect pull. Now, people are asking me what this white stuff is right here. This I use, it's a special type of caulk that sticks to latex, and special type of caulk that fixes any kind of like divot or hole. You can fill that, and I textured it to match the texture on the head. So that's what that is. I had a little bit of filling to do right here. There's like little air bubbles that I didn't really see until I got into it, but it fixes it, and then when you make your master, it comes out perfect. So that is what the Ultra FB78 looks like. In latex. That's a foam-filled latex mask. Let me show you. This is my master. See, it's foam-filled. That's foam-filled up, and that's my master copy. All right, so it's nice and firm. That's my master copy that I put stone over top of that, and I can make You, what's up, Angelou? I think that's who that is. But I have been working all morning. I've got 2 masks done. And it's sitting and drying inside the mold. And yeah, I sculpted this. It took me about 3 months, 2 months to get this right. No, it didn't even take that long. What am I thinking? I went from the version 2, the V2, and then sculpted this in probably 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe. And then got this really, really accurate rendition of the flashback mask. So we have a very accurate, screen accurate flashback mask. I believe this is very screen accurate. I made one, it was funny, I made one for my brother, the 26-inch mask that's over here that I cut the eye cuts out and everything. But the mask is so thick. And here's what happened. I had all kinds of doctor's appointments that I wasn't aware of. I had dwelled, and if you don't know what dwelling is you fill up these master molds all the way up to the rim here with latex, all right? Literally dwelling the latex in the mold. Well, when you're dwelling it, you're leaving it in there to get a thin casted mask that's not too thin, it's a nice thickness, about an hour. To get a very thick casted mask, anywhere from 3 to 4 hours. Well, I had to go literally up the road, like 2.5 hour drive. I didn't get back. The mask was literally in the mold for almost 6 hours. And so this mask that I made for my brother, look how thick that mask is. That is literally, I'm going to say, it's sick. It's almost, I'm going to say 2/8, not 2/16. I'm going to say 2/8. Yeah, that's too thick. That's no good to anybody. And also, when I was cutting the eye cuts with this extremely thick mask, it was very difficult to cut the eye cuts. And I don't like what happened here in the corner. So I'm not selling this mask for anything or anybody. It just doesn't look good. It really is difficult. If the mask is too thick, it's very difficult to cut the eye cuts. And you see how that goes in too far? Well, what happened was right in this corner here, it was supposed to stop about right there. All right, about right there. And this here, I had to dig in and then go out because when I was cutting this, it didn't cut right, and it was really fighting me. So this hump is not supposed to be here. And this is cut back all the way into the seam where this is not supposed to be cut right here, to about right there is supposed to be where your cut is. And this is supposed to be more level here. But that's why I'm not selling this mask, because I'm a perfectionist, and I'm sorry, I know when it doesn't look right. And because that mask was so thick, although it was a beautiful pull, there's not a flaw on that mask, but the eye cuts, man, it just really, really screwed me, man, because I had the sharpest razor. I tried everything to get those eye cuts to come out real easy, and they fought me big time. So once again, 6 p.m. tonight, guys, join me, Eastern Daylight Time at 6 p.m. on YouTube. Join me, and we are going to pull. I'm definitely pulling the 24.5-inch mask. That's this one here. I didn't mark it yet on this. I have to mark the mold like I did on this one. That's 26-inch master. That's my brother's mask for Halloween. I'm going to paint that up. I'm going to paint this up. I'm also going to be making more molds because I have a funny feeling I'm not going to be able to keep up with this. And I'm going to have more molds, because what happens is anytime you make a latex mask in a mold, you got to let this mold dry for a couple of days before you can put pour more latex into it. So, because if you don't let it dry, you'll really warp the inside of that mold. It just tears away from the surface of the mold because it's wet. The molds are designed to absorb moisture out of the latex. That's what that's supposed to do. And when that happens, the mold becomes a little damp, and you got to make sure that that's thoroughly dry again. So what my plan is I'm going to make 2 to 3 more molds from this guy here. All right. This way I can keep up with the orders. I have a funny feeling they're going to come heavy and hard. I have no doubt that this mask is going to sell. I think this mask is really the closest thing out there as far as the flashback goes. So tell me what your thoughts are. And I figure tonight, you know, I haven't really set a price yet. I just already, the number one mask, that one right there, that's in that 24.5-inch mask that's in the mold right there, is already sold. It's already sold, and it's the number one copy, and I'm going to tell you right now, I sell my mask for like $600. He's paying top dollar for it because he wants that number one desperately. So that's what I'm doing. And anytime someone buys a mask directly from my website, and that's at customcorpses.net, wait a minute, no, customcorpses.com. All right. You want to go to Custom Corp, all one word, all lowercase, customcorpses.com. Go to my website, pre-order, order the mask, and you're paying $600 at the website. We'll see how it goes. If I have to lower the price, I'll lower the price. I'm not gonna go crazy. Biggest thing is I'm a one-man operation. All right. If I can't keep up with the product, the price goes up to slow the product. You know, so slow the production down. If I'm not selling them, I'm going to drop the price, just like anybody else out there. But I'm going to see how it goes with the $600 tag on it. And the lowest I'll ever go for a mask is $400. I won't, because it's not worth my time if I'm making masks for less than $400. So it's going to be between $400 and $600 for my masks. Just so you know, the Ultra 78 will be between $400 and $600. We just have to see how it plays out. You know, in this Halloween, I think I'd rather sell more masks than less masks at even a lower price, because you're still going to make a lot of money if you're selling less masks, but or less for less, but you're going to sell more product. Because people right now are suffering. Nobody has any money. And we know this. We know that the economy's bad. What's happening? G Kids 13. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? We are getting ready to pull at 6 p.m. tonight out of my molds over there. Hold on. Let me see if I can get it in frame. I have it right there. Those two masks that are inside the molds. They're going to be pulled at 6 p.m. tonight. Possibly just the one. The one in front facing you is the 24.5-inch Ultra FB78. All right, and that's the mask right there that's in that mold. That's what it's going to look like. That's actually latex right there. It's a foam-filled latex. So at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, I'll be pulling the Ultra FB78 made by me here at Custom Corpses. Okay, now another exciting thing. I went to Spirit of Halloween, and I live in South Jersey, so I went to the main store, and guess what I found, guys? And I sent a picture to Nick Mulpagano because I'm going to have him overhaul this mask. I don't have time for overhauls. I don't want to do overhauls. And I'm not that great of a painter. I think I'm okay. I'm just not great, and I don't want to spend the time doing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him my perfect copy of this 2018 H40 mask. It's so hard to find this mask. And we're not going to do this until after Halloween because he's really busy himself. So once Halloween's done, I'm going to have this mask sent off to him. Try to stay still, my arms are shaking. And this thing, I mean, every little crack is in that mask. It's got all the definition in there. It looks really good. Even in the eye cuts, where normally you lose in the eye cuts, you normally lose all the cracks around the eyes.